Alright, everybody, so we've been following the story of Andrew Tate for a little while now, okay? From his massive rise on TikTok and the YouTube Shorts algorithm to being like the head MRA, red pill, MGTOW, woman-hating, pro-rape kind of guy, right? Like, the top guy, alright? All the 12-year-old boys who hate women and feel like they should have lost their virginity already love Andrew Tate, right? He was their guy. And then, of course, we followed a little bit of his downfall, right? People started to sort of see through the veneer of what he was pulling. We started to see more public figures calling him out for the disease-ridden, disgusting pig that he is. You know, we started to see a lot more of the internet kind of turn around on him and see him more negatively. And the idea of an Andrew Tate stan, an Andrew Tate fan, started to become a stereotype, a negative internet stereotype. And making a negative internet stereotype out of a type of right-wing guy online, and that becoming prevalent and known and made fun of online is very, very good for the left. That was very good. And things got even more escalated in a positive direction when Andrew Tate, who, let's be honest here, I think we all kind of knew was a rapist. He'd, like, admitted to doing sex trafficking and rape and bragging about how he had moved to Romania to avoid being prosecuted for sex trafficking, rape, and sexual assault and sexual harassment. Like, he basically admitted to all of it and then bragged about how nobody could get him multiple times when we featured this. Like, you could argue that not only was Andrew Tate a public professional rapist, but also a rape enthusiast who did it as a side, hustle hobby as well, outside of his professional full-time raping. Yeah, Andrew Tate, like, I think we all kind of knew, but we didn't know, right? Because, no charges, no people coming forward as far as we were aware at the time, at least as far as most of us were aware at the time. But then, a couple of weeks ago, Andrew Tate and his brother Tristan Tate's big fucking compound was raided by the Romanian police. And he was taken into custody along with his brother, Tristan Tate, and they found a whole separate building, if I recall correctly, that was filled with cam girls that they were having, that they had basically coerced and were keeping against their will and forcing to do sex work online for their financial benefit. Essentially, not only were Andrew and Tristan Tate doing pimping, but they were also doing sex trafficking. They were forcefully and wrongfully imprisoning these women, attracting them and coercing them under false pretenses, using a method called the lover boy method, where you pretend like you want to be in a relationship, I guess, and you reel them in. Really horrific shit they were pulling. It's just objectively evil. And the only way that you can defend this is if you are young, impressionable, and brainwashed into the top G cult enough to believe that this is all made up. And unfortunately, many of these people believe in simulation theory. I know that this is going to be sort of bizarre to a lot of you guys, but a lot of Andrew Tate fans, including Elon Musk fans as well, they believe in something called simulation theory. They believe that there is a very high, if not guaranteed, chance that our entire reality is a simulation, that it's basically a video game, and that none of it matters, and that all that matters is to basically have fun in it and maximize your score, so to say, like it's a video game. They've literally said they treat their lives like a video game because they think their lives are video games. They think they're invincible. They think they are the main characters in the Matrix fighting their way to success, right? And everything's basically set for them to succeed, and all that get in their way are evil, right? It's a massive inflated ego thing. Like, obviously, these guys have massive egos, and a lot of it's probably a front they put up to, woo, I think the term is, like, swoon, fatherless dudes. Anyway, with all that said, a bunch of stuff has come out about Andrew Tate since he was detained. One of those things being some leaked audio. And apparently some of the stuff said in said leaked audio is pretty bad. So we're going to be reacting to a 7-minute long video by a channel that I really like. I actually watch a fair amount of his videos. They're pretty good. Called CLR Bruce Rivers. He's just a criminal lawyer that just makes pretty good content. He basically talks about a lot of stuff happening in the sphere of pop culture, online and offline. and gives a lawyer's perspective, kind of like Legal Eagle, only he was a criminal lawyer, and I only saw a little bit of this. It came up in my recommended. I only watched a little bit of this, but this guy goes hard on Andrew Tate, and he's a lawyer, and he's bringing up all the legal like info and the receipts and everything. I think we should watch this video, but before we do, I'm gonna go ahead and link it in chat, and I highly recommend you check out this channel. It is fucking amazing. Not all of the videos are hits necessarily. I haven't seen all of them, but the ones that I have seen have been great. So yeah, let's check this out. This kind of breaks down a lot of the new stuff that's come out. Including that leaked audio. And oh boy, that leaked audio. I love his intro.
Hi, this is Bruce Rivers. Welcome to another fun-filled, quick episode of... What is this? Oh, it's Criminal Lawyer Reacts, CLR. I'm Bruce Rivers, board-certified criminal defense lawyer, coming to you live with my Pearl Ham.
Better Call Saul! I feel like I feel like there is a stereotype of lawyers having this sort of gravelly voice. You know, this sort of gravelly car salesman voice this guy's got going on. Saul also has it going on. You know, like sort of the graveliness there. Maybe it just kind of sounds more distinguished. And that's why, like, car salesmen and lawyers will put that kind of tone on.
Pistol cufflinks given to me by our content genius, Michael Rivers. So today, it's going to be a quick video. So remember we talked in our last video on the gift that keeps on giving, Andrew Tate, about certain text messages. We're going to talk about that in a second, but before we do, let's say you're Andrew Tate and you need to get your medical records over to the prison staff and you don't know how to sign a release of information.
Hey, we got the sponsor. Let's go.
I love everybody that comments, whether it's positive or negative. And we've, and some of you guys,
You're about to see the part where I stopped watching because I knew I had to watch this on stream.
You're just super loyal to Andrew Tate, and I think that's well. You got to have somebody that you're loyal to, right? Not me. I mean, am I biased? Yes, I'm biased. Because his words make me not like him. But that doesn't matter. Because what matters is, what is he going to face, all right? And what is the evidence out there? So I can give my opinion all day long, but does it really matter if the evidence is not there? Does it really matter if the evidence is there? Let's just give it to you straight. Remember, he says, "I love you." Let's play. I haven't heard this, but and I know what you guys are going to say. I know what you people who have one ball in each hand.
You didn't like that I was thinking I can do whatever I want to. That's what it is. I'm the smartest person on this planet.
That's a voice recording controversial influencer Andrew Tate.
No.
Remember what I said about him having a massive ego? Remember what I said about everything Andrew Tate stands for comes from having a massive fucking ego? Here's what I want all of you guys to remember. A lot of success can come from confidence, right? Being confident that you will succeed and not letting doubt get to you, whether it be imparted by others or imparted by yourself, really does go a long way. I know it's stereotypical. I know. Oh, don't doubt yourself. Oh, believe in yourself. Keep pushing. I know it's really like stereotypical and everything, but like there's a reason why that's stereotypical advice, and it's because that is what everybody who's ever succeeded at their dreams and fought for it has done. They had adversity and, people that pushed back on them, and, they went through with it anyway.
Wait, man, that's AI.
Just know, if you think of yourself as highly as Andrew Tate does, nothing can stop you, all right? That he has gotten where he is in life mostly through just sheer massive ego and believing that he is the most powerful person on earth and no one can stop him. And it actually got him pretty far. All you have to do is not be a piece of shit and live like that, and you could probably live a pretty happy life.
AI! That's AI! There's no way he would even say that!
A woman in 2015. That audio, along with disturbing messages reading, quote, "I loved raping you," are now coming to light as Tate faces sex trafficking charges overseas. Vice World News published the messages and voice notes allegedly made by Tate. We want to warn you, they may be disturbing to some.
All right, you ready? Now, if you're saying this is AI, that would be a great defense. And here's the thing. I've seen Elon Musk talk about how they have this AI, and maybe it is, but this is going into court. And if it is AI,
I will say deepfake AI that can do voices is definitely pretty worrying and like pretty scary. I do think that there's a chance there's probably like an Andrew Tate like voice AI out there, but like we listened to the audio. I've listened to it a few times, and like you can hear him breathing, and you can hear him like pausing and doing small stutters. It's like very clear that's Andrew Tate talking over the phone angrily and condescendingly, probably to a woman, I think.
you're going to have to prove it, because it'll be almost presumed that it's the real deal, because you have to have somebody lay foundation.
Voice AI is detectable, so it doesn't matter. Honestly, Hawkon, you're probably right. I actually saw a really interesting documentary, not recently, but a while ago, where law enforcement can use the sound emitted by there's like electromagnetic frequencies emitted by telephone wires that you can't really hear unless you really listen for it, and most of it is in frequencies humans can't hear, but it is picked up by your speakerphone or by your camera or by like whatever you might use to record audio and video. And so police can use video and audio that can pick up that audio to figure out where, in relation to what power line, that video or audio is taken. So they could do things like that to determine whether or not the audio is fake. Is there any like ambient, like electrical interference that would be caused by a real phone call being picked up, right? No, that's real. I'm not even joking. That is completely real.
That's how this works. So you can't just get a piece of evidence in just because you say it is what it is. Somebody's going to have to say, this is the recording of Andrew Tate, and it was sent to me. So whoever was the recipient of this. But let's listen.
Am I a bad person? Because the more you didn't like it, the more I enjoyed it.
Remember, that's exactly what I read to you.
That does not sound like AI reading a script. That sounds like somebody speaking. Granted, all the audio clips that exist of Andrew Tate are of him talking condescendingly and kind of yelly, like a little bit kind of yelling like that, but that sounded like it was expressing the amount of emotion valid for how angry he is, and I have not seen any AI voice software that is good at like emulating anger or levels of tone, you know?
To you in our last Mr. Tate video.
Loved.
It's also something you'd say. This is very clearly real audio. I'm just debunking anybody who wants to try to pretend that maybe this could be fake, though. But maybe it could be fake, though. Have you considered it could be fake? Yeah, it could be AI. Yeah, but it doesn't seem like it. Yeah, the Matrix got him. It is so bizarre to me that, like, the new grifter, like, piece of shit scam artist go-to defense now is like, oh, I've been caught. The Matrix has got me. And, like, Logan Paul did it. Andrew Tate did it. Like, Elon Musk believes in the Matrix as well, so I have no doubt that he'll jump on board with that if he hasn't already. Like, it's all piece of shit grifter billionaires and millionaires that just love screaming and whining about how the universe is actually a simulation, and the personifications of said simulation are specifically after them because they hate them. Because, of course, they're the main characters. They're the center of the simulation.
How much you hated it. Turned me on. Are you seriously so offended I strangled you a little bit?
A little bit? Are you seriously so offended?
I think I'd be offended if you strangled me a little bit. Now, keep in mind, some people like that. But if you're complaining about it, you probably don't have a safe word.
They don't like it non-consensually, though.
And you need one.
You didn't f***ing pass out. Chill the f*** out. Jesus Christ. I thought you were cool. What's wrong with you?
I thought you were cool, so I could put my hands around your neck so you could watch your eyes pop.
That is very clear manipulation. I've never heard a line so that was any more clearly manipulation. Come on, I thought you were cool. Because she doesn't want to have sex. Oh, man. Yeah, that's pretty much like page 1 of the book of like guilt tripping a girl to try to have sex with you if you're like a piece of shit douchebag. Like, oh, what? I thought you were cool. You're not going to fuck me? What do you mean? What? This is literal like nice guy simping, by the way. This is literally nice guy simping levels of creepiness from Andrew Tate. He's not an alpha. All of these like alpha, sigma, beta bitch boys are all just a bunch of fucking pussies. They're all pussies who use the internet to basically flaunt a non-existent level of strength and toughness and invincibility that they think they have that doesn't actually exist.
Andrew Tate is one bad day from ending up just like the Joker.
But no, in all seriousness, Andrew Tate, as he likes to say, would probably kill himself living one day in the average person's shoes. He's, it's already known where he got his money from. He was like, he was born with a silver spoon in his mouth. Like, he came from wealth. So he never, like, had a struggle to fight through, right? He always was guaranteed some level of success, right? The extra success he has now has come from using said starter success to facilitate ways of exploiting people and harming other people for his own personal gain to grow said success. That has been the story of Andrew Tate's legacy.
And get petechiae all over the place.
And if I had actually hurt anybody, the Romanian police would have me in jail.
What? Now, is that AI? If I would have actually hurt anybody, Romanian police would have me in jail.
It's whatever they have to say at any given time, right? Like, look at Donald Trump, right? Donald Trump basically moved goalposts, literal football fields in length throughout his presidency. How much goalpost moving can you think of that Donald Trump did? He was a serial liar, and I would say bad at it, but because it was so effective, I have to admit he was actually good at it. Dumb people fell for it, and that was pretty much his base anyway, so he won his election until he didn't.
Where are you? I think you're in jail. Here's the thing. We've only seen just snippets. And let's talk about the procedure a little bit. There's the evidence gathering stage, which is what we're in right now. And I've seen some comments, where people say, well, they've come back and they've said that they didn't do it. He hasn't had an opportunity to cross-examine anybody yet. Well, no, you wouldn't at this stage. This is the charging stage. It's the very beginning. You don't get your opportunity to cross-examine somebody.
My favorite thing is seeing the Andrew Tate stands, like, saying Biden is responsible for this and saying, oh, I knew Trump was better. I knew Trump was better. He would have pardoned Andrew Tate. Fuck Biden. Oh, Trump would have pardoned Andrew Tate. Oh, it's like, they clearly have no idea how the world works on a fundamental level. These are like teenagers who haven't even passed their first world history class yet. They think Biden has the ability to pardon Andrew Tate. That's the level of non-sentience that we're dealing with, chat. Non-sentience. There's no other word for it than non-sentience.
Before you testify, or before you get charged. You get charged, then you go through pretrial procedures. Maybe you have some motions. Maybe you make a motion saying that all these recordings are AI and they're really not. And so you file a motion with the court. And then you bring the women in and you say, she says, no, he said this to me. And, and these would have been recorded on WhatsApp and apparently sent to them. So they would have the recordings. And if they come in and lay foundation for him,
hey, a pillow.
It is an admission of a party opponent. So it comes in as his own statement.
How are you?
If it has sufficient indicia of reliability. That's kind of the standard. So this is just our little...
So basically what he's saying here is basically hammering in like 5 times over and over for all the dumb fuck Zoomer Andrew Tate fans watching that don't understand a single thing about the real world, which, they're young, so it's given they wouldn't understand a lot about the real world, is that like, hey, people don't just go to jail and prison typically because someone online made up an accusation or an allegation. This is an online internet drama, okay? This is somebody who has been raided by the Romanian authorities, the authorities of one of the most corrupt countries in the world when it comes to allowing people to get away with what he is being charged with. Because the people in question, who he is kept against their will, one of them, I believe, was American, right? One of the girls was American. It's like literally detaining an American citizen illegally. Like, yeah, let's just say the police don't knock down your door and take you to jail on suspicion of sex trafficking in Romania because someone on the internet made up an allegation out of thin air, okay? Or because a few people made up allegations out of thin air, okay? They raided that fucking compound, all right? And you better believe they found shit. I cannot wait to see all of this come out. I hope they live stream the court. Can you imagine the content if they live stream the trial? Imagine the content, chat. You better believe I would be live streaming a reaction to that trial every goddamn minute of the Andrew Tate trials. Oh, lordy. Legendary.
Kind of follow-up to what we said before about these messages.
Oh, I remember I saw this on Twitter recently. Andrew Tate's lawyer is trying to take the Alex Jones defense of saying that Andrew Tate and all the stuff that he said, all the horrible stuff he's admitted to online, is all just a character. He's all just doing dramatic performance art in reality. And yeah, that's pretty funny. It's like the picture with the sickos guy looking through the window. It's me, I'm sickos, real.
Messages. And so, because, you know, we report as we get information, and if it doesn't make sense, I'll tell you that. You know, do I like Andrew Tate? I think he's a pig, so what? But it doesn't mean that I'm not going to give it to you straight. I'm not going to lie to you.
He called Andrew Tate a pig as well. Holy shit, this guy doesn't miss. Hot damn.
About Andrew Tate. I'm going to give it to you the information that we have as we get it. And right now, we're going to have more and more and more and more of this stuff. Drip, 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 drip. The gift that keeps on giving. I'm Bruce Rivers. Thank you for watching us. Subscribe, follow us on Instagram, follow us on Twitter, sign up for Patreon for crying out loud.
Hell yeah. Go support this channel, guys. Seriously, it's really good. I want to say, I think that it is imperative that the left take massive advantage of this, okay? I don't think you guys understand the way that the right takes advantage of seemingly innocuous events that pop up over like the timeline of our culture, things that are discussed, topics that become mainstream, how good the right is at co-opting them and turning them into another drop in the bucket in a pool of propaganda, so to say, that is meant to push people in a certain direction, right? So for example, think about the Little Mermaid trailer release, right? That trailer came out, and let's just say it wasn't very impressive, all right? It was not exactly a very impressive showcase of the movie. Regardless of how that movie turns out, a lot of people were disappointed by it, regardless of like race swapping or anything, right? Here's the thing though. People who were upset by it for no real like harmful reason, who just thought it didn't look great, would be surrounded by other people who also didn't like it. But their reasoning for not liking it would be that Hollywood has gone woke, and here's a bunch of arguments for why this race swapping is actually a sign of an endemic problem in Hollywood and in our media that is actually destroying its quality and our ability to enjoy it, and pretty soon all media will be like this, awful, woke, and tailored towards these demographics that you don't like. And it's a very effective propaganda strategy. Just every single thing that crops up. A new game comes out, such as Hogwarts Legacy. They will find a way to twist it into being a benefit culturally for the right. The right basically lives off of these tiny puffs of fuel to their fire that are these like culture war issues that they manage to dredge up, or they manage to attach themselves to when it comes to any given, talked about topic, right? They're cultural parasites. Is a really good wording, Flighted Crow. They are cultural parasites. What I think the left needs to get good at doing is taking advantage of things like Andrew Tate, possibly the most prominent misogynist of our time, besides maybe Donald Trump. Although I'd say Donald Trump's probably bigger than Andrew Tate. But outside of Donald Trump, the biggest and most influential misogynist of our time, the biggest and most influential fascist, I'd say Andrew Tate's a fascist, of our time, is currently behind bars and being charged with sex trafficking, okay? We need to take advantage of this and make sure that everybody knows that this is what the right stands for. Not that this is what Andrew Tate stands for, not that this is what Andrew Tate's fans or his friends stand for, but that this is what the right stands for, what the entire community of content creators that are either loosely or strongly connected stand for. You guys realize we're in it, right? Hey guys, remember that video that I made back in the day? I got a lot of hate on this video from a year ago. Whole lot of hate. Why LeftTube is dying and the next anti-SJW wave is rising. Uploaded 1 year ago. Got a lot of hate on this video. In fact, I still have a lot of comments that are hate brigaders from Noah Sampson's video that are still coming in to hate comment on it. I guess I appreciate the boost in the algorithm. This video is a year old, and it predates the rise of Andrew Tate or Matt Walsh's massive push against the trans community or the massive rise in legislation against LGBT people throughout America. It also predates the... I don't think it predates Jan 6. It predates the Brazil Jan 8 thing, or Jan 7 thing. Or Jan 8th, yeah, it was Jan 8th. I believe it also predates the, what was another big thing that happened for the right? I'm pretty sure the Supreme Court got rid of Roe v. Wade after this video. I'm pretty sure this video was losing Roe v. Wade. I'm still getting hate for this video, by the way. I mean, on Twitter, as of, a few days ago, I still get hate for this video. But what I warned of, the next anti-SJW wave, the next cultural dominance of the right wing that is, I guess you could say, akin to the time of Gamergate, we're in it. Have you not noticed that we're in it? Noah Sampson should be ashamed. He's not. He's not even slightly ashamed. And he never will be. Yeah, I don't miss. No, I really don't miss. People who disagree with me tend to miss all the time, or at least they miss. Generally speaking, if somebody that you like disagrees with me, they're missing. They are actively missing. That you need to put them on a milk carton in the grocery store for people to see a little picture of them because they are actively missing. With all that said, I think that the left needs to get better at taking advantage of cultural events and basically pushing our narrative the same way the right does. Fight fire with fire. I'm tired of basically watching as the left continuously falls down the same trap of they go low, we go high. No. Sometimes taking the high road is not best. Sometimes not politicizing something that isn't necessarily political isn't best. I don't know. That's my 2 cents. You guys can comment down below what you think. I'm really excited to hear what you guys think of this issue and what your opinion is. But with all that said, thank you so much for watching, regardless of how long you did, what you did, or if you enjoyed it or not. I really do appreciate your viewership. And if you want to support me, you can also drop a like on the video. You can subscribe and ring the bell icon to turn on all notifications so YouTube tells you when I go live or I upload a new video. You can also follow all of my social medias so you can see what I'm talking about and what I'm doing on other platforms that aren't the one you're watching me on right now, such as my my Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, fan Discord, etc., all linked down below. And of course, if you want to support me financially and you've got the money for it and you don't need it for anything else, you can always support me financially by donating, subscribing, or gifting a sub on my website, xanderhall.com/live, by hitting one of those 2 buttons up there on the top left, or supporting me financially through YouTube, Twitch, Streamlabs, Stream Elements, or Patreon. With all that said, thank you so much for watching, and have a good one.